So let's see, what are people saying? Do Arma Armatura, please do Arma Armatura. Hey, great video man, do Arma Armatura next. Listen here viewers, I choose what I make and you watch, that's it. You are all just here to watch and give a like and subscribe. I tell you to comment not because I care about your opinions, but to have my videos do better. Also, I'm always right and this mod surely sucks ass, you dimwits. Here, let me try it to prove it's bad. Stupid ass weeps. I downloaded it, okay, choose the faction. Wait, they are just a market for an independent planet of size 5? So it's not lore breaking if it comes to how independents work and how large they should be? Alright, let's see their market. Unique music. Holy shit, it's so good. I did it. I, yours truly, Steel Merchant, downloaded Arma Armatura like you people wanted. And I tip my hat to you. Although I surely have not spent enough time with this mod and I barely scratched the surface, I love this mod already. Music is the first what I loved. I said this before and I will say this again. You people making music for these mods, you are wasting your talents. Still, I'm immensely thankful for your work. Just listen. Music is important for Starsector, as it's one of Starsector's mysteries. And this soundtrack, I dare to say, is up there with Philip Angela Gas Station Manager and Masura Navy, my favorites if it comes to music, and of course, the Black Pearl Rock Graveyards. Oh, the atmospheric rise. Arma Armatura jumps in, elbows the big dogs, and says to all, listen here, and it's wonderful. So this mod, like many mods, tells you in the name that it adds a single faction. It doesn't, it lies, but in the positive sense. It says in the name that it's Arma Armatura, but it also brings another faction. It works the same as Arma Armatura does. While Arma works as a special market for independent faction, the MRC or the Mesan Reprisal Coalition works the same for the pirates. Those guys are extremely mad at the factions like Tritachon, Hegemony and the Sinjuan Diktat. The reason is the destruction of their homeworld, Mesan. Those Mesan boys therefore hate all the authoritarian factions which I mentioned before. It's understandable they like pirates, Ludic Church and Path, although with the last it's kind of ironic. After all, Ludic Path did what Hegemony and Tritachon did to their homeworld. Those cloud-fearing boys bombed Maria. At least they aren't dancing like the guys from Kuan. The MRC does typical pirate stuff. That is, of course, raiding. Although they call their raids reprisals, this faction uses the Arma Armatura ships but also everything else they can get their hands on. So yeah, they are pirates with mech cosplaying as freedom fighters. At least that's far as I can see. Because getting their reputation up isn't hard, but nor is it easy. It takes time. We can get their boss as a contact and give him some heavy arms, but we cannot abuse it as much as I would like. So I know there's a storyline and stuff like that, but honestly, I don't care. I got these little guys, these mech guys, and I like them. Those little things I like, but you don't, you hate them because I like them. At first, I found them cool looking, great idea. A better version of Vanzers from Diablo Avonix really. But just like Diablo Avonix, I found them to be a little weak, especially in my hands. Then I slowly began liking them as I learned to play. Saw more versions of them and actually understood. When one of them just decided to dock at one of my carriers, I understood those guys can heal. This means they suck. For my playstyle, because you know how I play. Big ships go, and if those get destroyed, I will send more. That's how I play, but not with this mod. I need to be more careful, get my ass back to the ship, get my health back, and then go back. Arma Armatura is all about flying mechs and carriers to carry those mechs. There are many types of them, covering all styles, cheap ones, fast ones with a punch, those special ones, support ones, those which can take a punch and those which can punch back, and of course slower special ones with a punch of their own. And there are so many I surely haven't used, because I haven't used all of them yet. Because Arma Armatura and the MRC aren't the only ones with mechs. Arma is a corporation after all, they sell those, and so independents have them, but also so does the hegemony, Tri-Tachyon, and maybe more factions, I simply don't know. What I also didn't know was that there was a special hull mod this mod brings, Wingcom suit. This hull mod is, oh my god, it brings fighter losses down by 75%. What do you mean? What do you mean 75%? It decreases deployment range by 20. Okay, there's a con, but 75%? That's a huge number.
But wait! There's more!
This hull mod opens a completely new mechanic. It allows the player to promote squadrons, elite squads of pilots of much greater skill than those regular pilots. Those pilots learn, improve their skill, even being able to become officers of their own ships. So recruiting officers or fighting some during gameplay? Yeah, you don't need this shit anymore. You simply found yourself a new way to get more officers. The more, the merrier. This mod, although I haven't played the story yet and surely won't anytime soon, is already great, because it does what I thought mods would do. You see guys, modders love making battle carriers. For them, there are only three options: making an Onslaught reskin, making a battle cruiser, or a battle carrier. And with many battle carriers I have seen in mods, and with one of my favorite mods, Diablo Avonix being a fighter focused faction, I thought I would already see this kind of mechanics. I didn't. From what I've seen, this mod is the only one. Of course, Diablo Avonix gave the player ability to control fighters, but this mod takes it to a whole new level. Just wonderful, love this. You know I don't like mods if it comes to breaking the balance of the game. If it comes to Arma Armatura, I find this mod to strike perfectly once again. I of course took the ship to check their strength on modded enemies. I find to be rather unbalanced, and they did fine, losing 2 battles but winning 1. So the ship here can be very strong if used correctly. So pretty much exactly how vanilla Starsector works. This makes me happy. What's more, this mod does the, well, I won't say impossible as it's quite possible, so incredibly hard to do, as it gets harder and harder to pull off the more people play games. You know the feeling when you play a game you love and you want to play more, but you played it so long, the taste isn't the same anymore. This is how I often feel with Starsector. This mod did it. It made me feel the complete joy. It stopped the forces of entropy, bringing my heart back to Starsector. Yet this also makes me feel fear in a way, because I like it so much. When this great moment ends, it will for sure be way harder getting this feeling back. Also, why would I play with any other fighters? Go my little mechs, eat those pesky modded ships. Oh, I just noticed also, each fighter from carriers using Wingcom suit as a name. That's really cool. And another cool thing, not only are they using combat chatter, which actually killed me a few times, instead of fighting I instead read what squadron leaders were saying, I also noticed that each pilot also has their own lines. It's really cool seeing each fighter say a line here and there. Those little details really adds a lot to experience. It makes me feel that my fleet is actually a fleet, and that I really sent in real pilots, not just nameless planes. What makes me even gladder is that this is a real show of love for the game. If Starsector wasn't as good as it is, then such a wonderful mod wouldn't be made. I love this. One must be blind not to see how much love was put into this mod. The chatter of the leaders, each pilot, how the mechs move, wonderful. But how does this mod work with the lore? Although I'm not some lore purist, I like to wonder if a mod is going according with the lore. It doesn't care much about it, or goes against it. So if it is lore friendly, neutral, or just outright breaks it. I would say that Arma Armatura is akin to Diablo Avonix. It isn't fully lore friendly, but which mod is really? It does a better job at it than Diablo Avonix, but worse than Masurian Navy. What do I mean by this? Well, mechs. We don't know if mechs like the one from Arma, Armatura or Diablo Avonix exist in Starsector. We know ground ones. Planet-side mechs exist in many forms of heavy arms. With technology we have seen in vanilla, it wouldn't surprise me if space-capable mechs existed in vanilla, and we just haven't seen them yet. If we do, then we can thank Armatura for them. But back to the lore. If it comes to the lore of the faction or both factions, it's quite lore-friendly. Armatura is a corporation like many others in the sector. It isn't really a separate faction, as it's just a market for a Size 5 planet of New Mesan, which makes complete sense. This planet then is home to hundreds of thousands of people, making it accurate to population size of Starsector, which is surprisingly low. The station of MRC is also only of size 4, home to tens of thousands. This makes population of the planets this mod implements into the game lore friendly. If it comes to the planet of Methan, which was the home of MRC and the Armatura Corporation, its devastation makes sense. It's a casualty of the AI wars, like many other planets. So the only thing this mod needs to be fully lore-friendly, like Masuran Navy, is vanilla Starsector bringing us a space mech. And with spicy clouds, singing ships which absorb its crew, and nanites doing stuff, it will be very surprising not to see mechs in space in the future. Because those already exist. Those ones simply aren't space capable. Overall, this mod is one I can really recommend. It works just like all great mods work. It has a story which the player may enjoy, but it brings also more than that. It brings enough for the players which ignored the storyline of this mod, like me, to still enjoy it immensely. Because we must remember, story quests are something rather new for Starsector. For years it worked without them. Thank you for watching. If you are like me in the past, so you are still thinking if you should download this mod, do it now. It's worth your time. It adds great content to the game, its quality is wonderful, and it doesn't e-beg. Thank you for watching once again, and like and subscribe. Goodbye.